preview of Throw Me on the Burn Pile and Light Me Up. It's so important to have preview audiences because you're our last ingredient when it comes to creating a show. So you're going to be our guinea pig audience, so to speak. So feel free to engage, laugh, respond, however you see fit, however the Lord wills you to. We invite you to respond to the piece. And it's going to be very, very helpful for our creative team as we continue to shape this week before we open on Friday. Just a few quick announcements. I want to thank our sponsors, Peach State Federal Credit Union, Metro Waterproofing, Besco Steel, Holt Camp Heating and Air, City of Lawrenceville, Beverage Superstore, Gwinnett Medical Center, Brand Mortgage, Anderson Tate Car, Gerard Group, Green Star Lighting Solutions, the Gwinnett Daily Post, and the National Endowment for the Arts. Can we give them a round? Without our generous support from organizations, philanthropic organizations, from public sector organizations that are behind us, and our patrons, our donors. How many of you here are volunteers with us, part of the Award Guild? Fantastic. And hopefully this is our gift to you this evening to be able to see the show that you're going to be assisting us with as patrons come to watch it for the rest of the run. So thank you so much for being a part of our organization. You really are the hands and feet of what we do, and we couldn't accomplish the amount of programming that we do without your generous time and support. So thank you so much. How many of you here are with Team Nation tonight? Great. And thank you so much, Renita James. There you go. It's a tremendous effort. If you want more information about what Team Nation is, check out with Renita or one of our Team Nation members tonight after the show. Just a few more things. The Harvard Lab Series, which this show is part of, it's the first one of the season, is an educational collaboration with Georgia Gwinnett College. Their fall open house is September 16th or August 21st, so if any of you are considering next step for higher education and you're looking to keep it local, Georgia Gwinnett College is a great option right down the road. Season tickets are available. We do have a new studio tick that is available for this series. It's called Studio Ticks. It gets you 6 flexible admissions to any Harvard Lab Series show for only $72, which is a really, really great deal. So you can check with the box office after tonight's performance. For our main stage, we still have 5 main stage shows in the remainder of our season. We just closed Hunchback here, Hunchback Notre Dame. Those of you that saw that here last week, and it is currently remounting downtown right now. They're actually in a pickup dance rehearsal right now. So we'll tech that show downtown tomorrow at the Rialto Center with our partners, Theatrical Outfit, and open that on Saturday night. So if you enjoyed the show and want to see it again, it runs from the 7th through the 17th. If you have friends near the city or want to trek down to the city, we encourage you to do so. And tickets are available at theatricaloutfit.org for that. Halloween is right around the corner, right? Like tomorrow's going to be 70 degrees-ish, which I'm super excited about because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of done with summer. So I'm looking forward to fall. We've got a lot of great programming coming up in conjunction with Halloween. So we've got the Lawrenceville Ghost Tours, the Haunted Cemetery Tours, a brand new thing that we started this year called Brews and Booze. It's a haunted pub crawl here in the square. It's fantastic. If you want to hear some great stories and drink some really good beer and some spirits, join us for that. You can get information at the box office. We have an event called Spirits and Spirits. It's a ghost storytelling event for adults only. We have a Theater for Young Audiences musical, Goosebumps, the Phantom of the Auditorium. It's going to be running for over, 10,000 Gwinnett elementary school kids. We're also going to be running some public performances in the evening later in October, so if you want information about that, check out the box office. And our next main stage show, Abigail 1702, which is an imagined sequel to The Crucible. It takes place 10 years after the events of Arthur Miller's The Crucible, so we hope that you'll join us for that. One more special event, Sunday Supper. We have this event happening on the roof of the downtown Lawrenceville parking deck. So where you parked, we're going to be having this really cool event. We're partnering with, Local Republic and Second Self Brewing Company to have an old-fashioned fried chicken dinner out on the parking deck. They're going to be setting up tables. It's going to be a lot of fun with some live music. Kristen Marketon, who played Francesca in The Bridges of Madison County, who will also be starring as Donna Sheridan in Mamma Mia, will be here with her band providing live entertainment. So you can check out the information in the box office for that. That's Sunday, September 24th at 6 p.m. And one last thing, Aurora Comedy Nights. In this space, we have a tremendous series that we program and curate every season with some great comics, both local and national. So you don't have to go in town to get some great laughs. You can find some wonderful comedic entertainment in your own backyard. So again, more opportunities to check that out at the box office. A few housekeeping things. If you have a cell phone, please turn it off. Go ahead, check. Go ahead, check. I'll wait. There is no flash photography or video permitted for this production. Also, if you have any candies or snacks of any kind, I encourage you to open those right now so the crinkle doesn't interrupt your neighbor. The show is about 90 minutes. There is no intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to present Lucy Alvarez. Throw me on the burn pile and light me up.
Every morning, my daddy comes into our room holding an egg in one hand. With the other hand, he picks me up by my ankles off the top bunk and swings me through the air till I wake up. He pulls my little brother, who everybody calls the son of Jasper, off the bottom bunk. And every morning, while I'm doing my push-ups on the floor, the son of stands in front of my dad and holds out his hand, and Daddy hands him the egg to hold. The son of likes to have an egg in his hand whenever he can. Not to eat it or throw it. He says he just loves to hold the egg. Daddy thinks son of's a little touched, but Mama says it's too soon to tell and too late to do anything about it now. The son of holds the egg. And Daddy lifts both of us with his brawling arms, and together we welcome the happy morning. Mama is already up in the kitchen making pancakes and Febreze and Nice Dog. Nice Dog's a mangy black lab Mama picked up on 575. Nice Dog makes the house smell like dog, and Mama's always spraying her with Febreze to get rid of the smell. Nice Dog loves Febreze. The son of and I watch Mama and Nice Dog and laugh. And Mama says, "Hush up! Y'all happy with how y'all smell all the time? Nice Dog is a child of God, just like you." At the table, I say grace under top security. Because Daddy says Jesus gives him a goddamn heart attack. After breakfast, Daddy says, "Fall out, men." And that means it's time for our run, which is my favorite thing. We run outside and make our way through a swarm of the goddamn cats. Our wood house sits on a watermelon field, and this all was underwater in ancient times. And the water washed away, and dinosaurs roamed the earth. And their bones are still right here. We have a blackwater creek filled with snakes. Our trees are filled with wild animals. skies are filled with electricity. The great George Jones used to go hunting in the lightning storms right here. The sunlight is bright orange. We behold all Daddy's payments for legal services rendered. Daddy does criminal defense pro bono. Daddy's men are assigned by the state and they don't have any money, so they pay in livestock or services. We run past, you know, the azalea bushes or big Ernie's crossing state lines with a mine. The truck we got for Oba's manslaughter. We run out to the dry yellow field, picking up our knees to make our hearts strong. Our Bobby Bowden, our pit bull for Nash's arson, is right in our heels. Our pigs, Pig, Simon, and Garfunkel for Mosley's battery. Here's Carl, eating busted tires straight off the burn pipe. Carl's for DUI. Light the field twice. This is our new regime. We are taking our training very seriously this year because this is the year, the summer before 4th grade, when Daddy's heart blew up and had a stroke that lost him his right eye. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. It has a long scar going all the way down his chest where they pumped his heart full of electricity and then sewed it back together with veins from his leg. And while he's in the hospital, I started to wonder, what happens after your heart blows up? After we finish our second lap, Daddy stops us in front of his burn pile. Daddy's burn pile is approximately 400 times the size of my dad's, bigger than our house. The burn pile is dead trees hit by all the lightning and furniture Daddy broke getting mad. It's all the files and the gifts from all Daddy's men come and gone. Mama says Daddy's burn pile is a liability. It's so big and dry, and our field is so long and dry, and our house is so wood and dry, and there's all this lightning. And Daddy says, "At ease, boss lady. Save my burn pile." And in this fashion, the matter is settled. Behold, mine is burn pile. Daddy says, "Boss, I got to put you in charge of my checkout time because the boss lady loves her Jesus too much." "Boss, when is my checkout time? Take my tractor, put it in front of my burn pile. I want my banjo in the tractor seat. Put my Seminoles hat on top of my banjo. So it's like I'm sitting on my tractor, but instead of my body, it's my banjo." Play some good music, some Peter, Paul, and Mary. And then smoke some ganja, drink some beer, and then throw me on and light me up. No crime, no Jesus. I don't like to think of lighting my dad on fire, so I say, "Let's run, boss," and we take off running. We charge into the creek like sea monsters. Duck our heads into the water to cool our hearts down. I can hear him 2 heartbeats under the water. His heartbeat has a tug at the end, tied water. Mine like a fist knocking at the door. Daddy had Trish Paradise working as his secretary. Whenever Trish wasn't too pregnant, but she was real pregnant that summer before 4th grade, and that's how I take a part-time job as Daddy's secretary. We work in his back room office, and I sit out the window so we can see the burn pile in the dry appeal. Daddy dictates, and I type while he talks. I can type fast without looking at my hands. Never have to ask him to repeat. We have a good time. My jobs are typing, filing, taking and collect calls, and the presents. Daddy's men in prison or on death row. After a certain point, they all start asking him to get them things. I mean, nothing big or expensive, but most of them don't have anybody else, and they ask him to get them little things to keep them in their sales. Lurleen, beauty queen, who went up last year, asked for watercolors. And when I pay for them at the Family Dollar, I receive a prophecy of Lurleen, beauty queen, painting blue skies in the prison cell. Meshach King asked for toy cars, the kinds that come in packs of 6. Solomon Macon wanted new underwear every few weeks. Chris Massey wanted a Living English Bible. A lot of them asked for candy. My job is, I go in the Family Dollar with $10 and a list of requests while Daddy waits in the truck. This is one of the Capitol men, and he goes up. Dad gets all their records and presents back in a cardboard box. Daddy loses a man or two a year, so a box or two back a year. Daddy and me run it all to the burn pile to rest with all the other gifts. And this is the year, the summer before 4th grade, that Daddy takes the case of his man, Gary Dwayne Atkins. Gary Dwayne is one of Daddy's capital men. The thing Gary Dwayne asks for is music. So, I go to Family Dollar and I give him a 6-pack of blank cassette tapes. I make him recordings in my dad's office early in the morning. The first one I make him is Sam Cooke live at Harlem Club. That's Daddy's idea. He says it's the greatest concert of all time. The guard will play for him in his cell if it's one of the nice guards. And Gary Dwayne will stand in his cell with open arms and sway to the music. And when the tape runs out, Gary Dwayne says, again. Sometimes he wears that tape all the way through. Daddy says, Gary Dwayne has a good heart. You just sit down with him. Mom says, maybe, just don't make him mad. One day, when Dad's out back and Gary Dwayne's song is recording, Bring It On Home to Me, I pull out Gary Dwayne's file under top security. In Gary Dwayne's mugshot, his eyebrows are pointing up like this, and his mouth is always open. I mean, he has a permanent expression of trying to figure out what the H is going on, which I can relate to. We're getting ready for Gary Dwayne's first appeal, where the judge is going to weigh mitigating circumstances over aggravating circumstances. Gary Dwayne showed signs of schizophrenia at 9. He was too poor to ever get medicated. A drug addict mother, stepfather that gave him butane when he was 7, low IQ. Those are all mitigating circumstances, and that's what me and Dad deal with. And the aggravated circumstances are what the prosecution's going to use, and we have all that in the files. Mostly crime scene photos. I'm not supposed to see the aggravated circumstances. I'm looking at it under top security. This crime scene photo is a thin, dark-haired girl laying on her side in her bed with her arm under her head. My mama sleeps like that. This girl could be my mama. She looks enough like her, and she sleeps just like her, except she is. That's when Daddy walks in. He said, "Boss, have you lost your bird?" And I'm busted. But he sees me with the crime scene photo of the girl in the bed. I say, "You're defending this guy?" And Daddy says, "Hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah, I am. I'm not trying to prove he's innocent. But I took an oath to defend this guy when I took an oath to defend the United States Constitution. And unlike all these crazy Jesus people running around this huff town, that says no matter how sorry a piece of trash you are, you deserve a defender to try for life over death. I try to arrange all the pieces together. Daddy says he's got the mental capacity of a 6-year-old. He doesn't have anybody else, boss. And I put the photo down. I turn the tape over. And we get back to work while Sam cooked plays. Because we took an oath to defend this guy. Everybody deserves a defender. Outside is bright orange. Me and Daddy are the first people on earth awake, and the cows across the fence just watch us as we run. It's cold in the field, but I'm sweating already. Daddy says, at ease, which means it's time for push-ups. Daddy says, boss, part of the education, boss. You're on the highway, walking. Some man with a car comes by, offers you a ride. Tell me what next, boss. I say, always wear your safety belt. Daddy says, God damn, boss. You're a dead man walking. No, you don't. You gotta put on your goddamn safety belt. You don't get in the goddamn car. Boss. You're going to end up 3 different garbage bags off by 10. This ain't a merciful world. I say, yes, boss. Daddy says, boss, even if he aims a gun at you and says, get in that car with me, even if you're with the son of, and he's saying, I'm going to shoot you and your little brother and that damn egg, boss, get in that goddamn car. If you gotta die, die on the road. Nobody taught me self-defense, boss. You don't know how good you have it. You don't know how lucky you are. I wrap my arms around Daddy right then, and he lets me for a second and then shakes me off. He says, quit, boss, we look like a bunch of queers. Daddy teaches me his own lessons because he doesn't trust the education I'm getting in 4th grade at Jeff Davis Elementary. At the beginning of 4th grade, Mr. McDonald comes into class and looks us all up and down. He picks me and then Joseph and Wesley, the girl boy, to being gifted. So, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, the 3 of us get to go out of Miss Shadrack's classroom and into Mr. McDonald's gifted trailer. Mr. McDonald's gifted trailer is painted glossy black on the walls and the ceiling fan, and he's covered it all with glow-in-the-dark stars. Mr. McDonald turns the lights out and the fan on, so it's like we're planets orbiting the sun. Mr. McDonald tells us that we and everything on the earth are made up of atoms. And after the bodies are destroyed, some atoms stay on and get reconstructed into something new. So, after the dinosaurs went extinct, a few select particles of them stayed on and are now maybe in tree bark or in our thumbs. Mr. McDonald says there's no way to know what parts of us will fade away and what parts of us will stay on. Our brains, or spine, or religion. Part of the great mystery. And then Mr. McDonald gets arrested for having the largest collection of child pornography ever seized in the state. And that's the end of gifted forever. After that, we just have Miss Shatterack for everything. she takes over in Mr. McDonald's trailer because she likes to glow in the dark stars, and her old one smells like pee from everyone who isn't gifted. Miss Shatterack says she always knew there was something off with Mr. McDonald, and he was wrong about everything else, so no way in hell am I gifted. She sends me to the nurse to take an IQ test. And I come back 70. IQ 70 is bad. It's lower than a lot of mean daddy's clients. Well, I know about IQ because it's a mitigating factor in a lot of mean daddy's cases. IQ measures the ability you have to arrange pieces of information into a pattern that can give you an answer. Daddy's first client from before I was born, Ted, yeah, he had the highest IQ out of any daddy's men, between 124 and 140. Well, if you ask him, it was 160, but up to you if you want to believe Ted. Ted, IQ 124 to 140, would bandage his arm and ask girls to help him put books in the cars. Because his high IQ was able to arrange the information that a nice girl in the Florida Panhandle would help a broken arm man and have no cause of fear. Lurleen, Lurleen, beauty queen, with all the babies over in Jupiter, had the lowest, IQ 60. And all she could put together was that our current president was Abraham Lincoln. Gary Dwayne Atkins has an IQ of 79. Gary Dwayne killed a bunch of people, like me, like my mama in the Panhandle. Gary Dwayne did. If they hadn't called him, he'd drive right up to me and ask me if I needed a ride. And Gary Dwayne's 9 points smarter. In 4th grade, my enemy is Ansley Huff. Almost half the white people in town have the last name Huff, and they say they're not related, but... The Huffs are in town what the goddamn cats are in our house. Everywhere, all the time. There are so many Huffs in town that at this point, it's a Waterborne family. This is how you use the word Huff in a sentence. Can I go out in this, or do I look like a Huff? At the beginning of the year, Ansley is crying during Georgia history. Miss Shatterack asks what's wrong. Ansley points to Wesley and said, "He called me a Huff." And Miss Shatterack says, "Oh, well, honey, you are a Huff." We never see Ansley cry again. Ansley waits for me every day after school. Stands right in front of the parent pickup and punches me in the softest part of my stomach. I always try to tense up before, but she's too fast. For part of my education, Daddy tried to teach me to fight back. But I can't hit fast enough. Then Daddy says, "At ease, boss. Boss, don't fight back." Go down soft. If you're soft, she'll see that you don't have any fight in you. The predators, boss, they're more into the fight than the slaughter. On Wednesdays, it's show and tell. Ansley stands before fourth grade. She holds the edges of her shirt and says, "Show and tell. I have the heart of a grown man." I was climbing on the fence and fell into the fence post. It pierced my heart. I should have died. But God had a different plan. That same hour, over in Ligo, a man fell off the construction. They gave me his heart. She pulls up her shirt and she's wearing a dirty white training bra. Ainsley's scar is white, raised up. We all put our hands on her scarred man's heart. Beating through her chest. Her heart pushes back against all our palms. Ainsley says, "Shh, all y'all scarred baby hearts." And then Ainsley goes to sit down, triumphant, because she just won show and tell. It's my turn, and I stand before fourth grade and show the only thing I can. I say, "Show and tell." This is my hookworm. It lives in my leg. I got hookworms from all the goddamn cats. Me and Son both do. They crawl up in the cuts in your feet, and then you can see their outlines like fossils against the skin of your leg. And I've had it a few weeks because no one's had time to take me to the clinic. I was going to bring my hamster Rotomix, but the goddamn cats ate it. The Shadrach tells me to sit down because I'm ruining her appetite. I'm on my way back to my desk, and Ainsley gets up then and brings her arm back and punches me in the stomach. So I go soft. She hits me in the stomach, and I melt right into the floor. My left arm hits the floor crooked, and I'm suddenly in white hot light. I lay on the floor, soft, while Miss Shadrach calls my daddy. Everyone is quiet while we wait, except Ainsley, who says, "Huff." And we all know it's true. I'm the most huff of anyone here. Daddy comes through the door, and Miss Shadrach says to him, "Bless her heart, 70 IQ and worms. It looks like now she broke her goddamn arm." Miss Shadrach says, "Gifted my big old butt." Daddy puts his 38 special in his pocket, throws me over his shoulder, and kicks open Miss Shadrach's door to the parking lot. He throws me in the passenger seat, and we listen to George Jones all the way to the hospital. Daddy says, "Don't you cry, poor boss." And I tell Daddy, I want to be gifted. Daddy says, "70 IQ's no problem, boss. You know who you're like? You're like the great George Jones. I mean, he was 70 IQ when he was drinking." Little known fact, it's in all his files. Daddy is not allowed to drive with his dead right eye and detonating heart, but he does. We careen through the red hills and church billboards for miles as I stare at my arm. The exit for the hospital is on the right, so Daddy misses it the first time. I start praying. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I don't know what I'm asking for. Don't make me go back to this this hospital where my dad's heart blew up. Don't let me die a huff. Don't make me go crazy with pain and the sun has to shoot me like old Yeller in my suffering. Daddy says, no cry, no Jesus. Don't give up on me, boss. Daddy swerves. Then he aims his left eye at the other side of the highway, over the divider, and says, this goddamn broken eye, and your goddamn IQ, and all those goddamn Jesus people, they can go to hell, boss. Don't pay attention to them, pay attention to me. I'm the boss man. Daddy swears again. The truck comes over the highway divider. We live solid on the other side of the highway. I can see Waukeula Baptist Hospital on the bright horizon. Daddy aims his truck straight at Waukeula Baptist and steps on the gas. His right arm wraps comforting around my shoulder. His right hand clutching his 38 Special. His left arm stretches out the window and gives the finger to everybody honking at him. The boss man don't have time for no steering wheel. The wind's blowing some bullets off the dashboard and my hair's blowing straight out behind me. We are a latter-day Belle Star and Jesse James. Daddy swerves into the hospital parking lot. He throws me on his back and makes his way towards the hospital entrance. At the gateway, he grabs my good arm and holds my fist up. And George Jones and the atoms roar around us, and we orbit the sun. And he says, boss, don't pay attention to those fools. Pay attention to the boss man. You're the champion of all time. You're the king of the dinosaurs. You like the great George Jones. Come on, man. And he kicks open the door and we cross the entryway into all the white light. October 4th grade, I'm making Gary Dwayne a lot of George Jones. I'm friends with this little cracker girl, Teresa. It's Pentecostal, lives with her grandma, and always comes to school in a man's shirt and cotton pants. Her parents got killed in a car wreck, and she is the first orphan I ever met. Her grandma never lets her take baths, and she's always trying to wash dirt off herself in the sink before class, but there is always red dirt stained all the way down to her bones. She laughs at everything I say. We do gymnastics every day at lunch out in the field, and she teaches me to flip without using my broken arm. And this is the year I go to the burn pile and get Mama's big picture book about good lives and bad deaths of the saints. Daddy had thrown it out because he said there's no way in hell I could believe in any of that. But I do. I rescued it from the burn pile under top security and bring it to school, and Teresa and I pour over it. The girls getting their breasts cut off and then burned alive and fed to lions. And the thing about all the saints is, even though they get eaten or burned or any of that, their hearts are left behind. They don't burn. Their hearts, someone has to throw in the river. Teresa tells me all about the awful day of judgment and the great meeting in the air when the sky will open up. The day that every knee will bend and every tongue will tell. And some of us will be pulled up into the sky. And some of us will get left behind. This is the year Miss Shadrach declares war on me. Miss Shadrach says, oh, y'all give to kiss like y'all smarter than everyone else. Well, no, She wraps her T-Rex hands around my arm hard. To the principal's office to get paddled. Our principal is Coach Massey. He has deep brown eyes, wavy black hair, broad shoulders. Coach Massey has me bend over his desk and stretch out my arms and stretch backwards. And whacks me twice with his wooden paddle. I started doing everything I can to get paddled by Coach Massey. Purple with sidewalk chalk. I draw a fat butt on the Where's Waldo poster. But that's before I discover I can make fart noises with practically any part of my body. The fart noises make all my friends laugh. Teresa the loudest, and Miss Shadrack just hates it. I sit in the back of class and make fart noises with my armpit. Those are the loudest and funniest. I make fart noises with both of my hands, with the hand on my belly button, and my specialty, until I discover my coup de grace, is making fart noises machine gun style, with the hand under each knee. I'm getting sent to Coach Massey to get paddled 3 times a week. Bright and pink, and she touches them and said, "Dang, you bad." And maybe I'm alone, and maybe I'm not. But I noticed in 3rd grade, everybody cried when they got sentenced to paddling. And in 4th grade, the boys cry, but the girls take their pink slip and march to the office with quiet resolve. Their faces make me think of the girl martyrs I see in Lives of the Saints. Like the whole world is saying, "Now you're really finna hurt." And their faces say, "I know a secret." One day, me and Joseph the girl boy and Teresa are rolling somersaults down the hill. And it is then, while I'm suspended upside down and stretching my legs up towards the sky, that God surprises me with a gift of athletic prowess beyond my imagination. God surprises me and gives me with my greatest gift of all time, which is I can make fart noises with my coochie.